Hello and welcome again to Chris's Caribbean Delights, and today I'm coming to you with a double recipe of pound cakes. I'm making a batch of pound cakes, so I've doubled my recipe. I also have a larger mixer which can carry the load and do the work. So I was waiting for this guy for a while, so now that I have him, I'm going to put him to work. So it's going to be a double batch of pound cake, and so all my ingredients are doubled, obviously, and we'll go to the ingredients. But let's first prepare our pans. Normally I usually use butter to do my pans. Today I'm using shortening. It's something I saw on the tube, and it seems to produce very good results. So we're gonna try some shortening. So we're gonna lather the shortening, just like you do the butter, and spread it all over the pan, and then you'll put some butter, you'll put some flour on over this. So just like if you're buttering the pan and greasing the pan, it's just greasing the pan like naturally, normally, like a normal greasing the pan, but just that you're using shortening this time. And I want to see the results. If the results be as wonderful as I saw on the tube. So I just make sure that all the crevices, all the creases, everywhere has some shortening, some grease. That looks good. And I have a bundt pan here which I'm going to also use. So I have to make sure that all the crevices of the bundt pan has some shortening also. And then I'm going to just flour the entire thing. So you just have to make sure that everywhere is greased, everywhere, especially because we're going to be pouring the cake into here, so it's going to be everywhere. So you have to have every crevice greased. Okay, so we'll prepare. These pans are very versatile. Okay, just make sure that all these little fancy things that they have in here, that's going to do a pattern for you. Okay, they're all greased. So yeah, you always prepare your pans ahead of time. That's why all those recipes, they come at the top of the recipe. Preheat your oven to 350 and prepare your pans. Grease and flour your pan ahead of time, because, as I said in one of the videos before, you get into mixing, and the next thing you know, you're finished mixing and your pans are not ready. And that's what you do not want. You do not want to be finished and then your pans are not ready and you don't have anywhere to pour your batter. Then you have to prepare the pans. That really takes away from the whole baking experience there, you know. So you toss this around, toss the flour around in the pan. I usually do it over the sink so that I wouldn't make a mess everywhere else. And this pan here is a tier pan, so to speak. It's in 3 tiers, so I have to make sure that every tier has its this little butter. just the spot here. So you just put that in there. So I'll flour the others, the other pan, and we'll get back to the ingredients. So for this double recipe, I'm using 6 cups of flour. I'm using self-rising flour, and 6 cups of sifted flour, and I'm using 10 eggs. I usually use 12 to 14 maybe, but I'm cutting down on that. I'm using 10 eggs because I'm going to use some buttermilk. So I'm using 10 eggs, and I'm using 3 sticks of butter and 3 sticks of margarine, because in my other recipe I use 2 and 2. So, and then we'll use a cup of buttermilk. You'll also have some mixed baking spice. There's the buttermilk right here. Yeah, no, you didn't see that. And some vanilla. Vanilla, along with 4 cups of sugar. 4 cups of sugar. And we'll also add some nutmeg just to give it a kick, along with the mixed spice. So, before further ado, let's go to the big mixer and have this powerful machine do its work. Okay. So the name of this guy is Cook Lee, and it's a 9-quart capacity bowl. It's a Cook Lee. It has 10 speeds, and the capacity is 9 quarts. So you can do a lot of stuff there. Large batches of everything: bread, cookies, cakes, and everything. So we're going to now go ahead and get our butter and sugar, or butter and flour, in there first. So, and what I love, it comes with this guard, so the spill guard, so that everything doesn't spill out. Okay. So let's get our ingredients in there and start working. So let's add our flour. Six cups of flour, along with the margarine and butter. I know some people may say, why is he adding the flour with the butter? That's my secret recipe. I always do that. It comes out wonderful. So then we'll cover this guy down, and we'll start slow temp. Once it gets mixed in there, we'll increase the temperature. Increase the speed, sorry. Well, you can see how majestic it's working. Put it on to 2. So once that's incorporated, we'll be back. Okay, so we're now going to add our eggs one at a time. I'll put it on number 2. I like the little splash hole right here. Raise it up to 4 because there's nothing going to spill out of it. And it's moving very fast. I just love it. I emailed my friends at Cookley and telling them what a wonderful apparatus this is. What a wonderful machine this is. And I like the size of the bowl. You can do so much with it. And it's powerful. It's powerful. The dough hook is shaped kind of different from the regular dough hooks. And it's a very powerful dough hook. But intermittently, you have to just stop it and clean your sides and scrape your sides down. From here, you can just get like half of it, but I'll figure out how to get the rest. You just stop it, you open up, and you scrape your sides down, and then you continue. Okay, so we let this guy do its job. Put that up a notch and let those eggs get really incorporated. And I'll continue adding eggs until we're done and before we get the sugar and the buttermilk in there. So I've added all my ingredients, all my eggs. I've added my sugar, a cup of buttermilk, my essence, my vanilla, and I've added also my mixed spice. So it's all working, and this is the last leg. And before I open it and I throw it into my pans, and it has done a wonderful job, as I'm going to open right now. And here. Okay. Just like to position the blade. So I'll get this all off. And this is the wonderful consistency that you want. The texture of the batter. And okay, let's get this off. And let's move to the pans. So here I am ready to pour. I'm going to first pour in my tier pan. It's going to give me like 3 layers. And still also just go to the, not the full, you just go like 3/4. Okay? Like 3/4. I have to find my spatula to just take that off. And here is my bundt pan. and just let it run. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Right, so let's smooth this off. Give that some space. This is actually a small bunt pan because it's not like a regular size bunt pan. So I got to be careful here. So that should be enough for the two. Maybe just a little more over here. I have some for my tester pans. Okay, so we just drop this a couple of times. Make sure that the air bubbles, let the air bubbles come out, and we'll hit the stove. 350 on the middle shelf. So always adjust to the middle shelf for about an hour. $350 for about an hour. We'll check it after 45 minutes, and then we'll check it again after an hour. So I have to get a little pan, and I'll put the rest of this in there, and that will be my testing. And here's the final product, the buttermilk pound cake. I made this in a bunt pan, and those are my testers. I cut the tester, and you see the inside how it's moist. It's very moist, and it's delectable. So my mixer did a very good job, and I must give it a thumbs up. Give a thumbs up to the Cookly brand of mixers, and I hope you guys will try this recipe. And you don't have to have a Cookly, but just use a mixer or use a hand mixer, and just try it. Just have fun with it. It's a wonderful cake, and I hope you like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and tell your friends about the wonderful recipes that we are uploading on this Chris's Caribbean Delights. And once again, thank you, and a happy new year. I hope your year is going fine so far. See you in the next clip.